He showed me and you and all. Randy, you showed us your
whoopsie.
And it was on purpose. Wasn't it? It was on purpose. And you know it.
The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
Oh, no. You don't get to look at me with that. Oh, what did I do? No, you don't look at me with that. Oh, what did I do? Look on your face, mister. You know exactly what you did. You spilled all of our secrets on the internet in this episode, did you not? And I love you so much, Trey Parker. I love Trey Parker so much. Love him with all my heart. And this episode, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about influencers. What's the one? That one. Influencers, like fake Logan and Jake Paul people that all these kids are looking up to online. We are talking about all of these little influencers, like the macaroni and cheese for brains people that sit there and sell you their sea fuel for their, C-wordy little faces going, ooh, you need to buy our little sea fuel because I fart. And that's all they do, right?
Whoopsie.
And they're sitting there selling you their G fuel or C fuel. And well, what happens? This is what they pointed out. These impressionable, youthful, think of this and think of that, and you're pushing all of this on these young. I can't even do it as well as Marge and Helen and all of those people. I'm not even gonna bother at this point. These outraged sort of housewifey types. They're sort of making fun of it a little bit. But not in the way that did it in The Simpsons with Marge Simpson. Remember when she came in and she was upset with Itchy and Scratchy for being too violent on TV, and she threw a temper tantrum and then got the job making it really boring, right? They take that from The Simpsons sort of idea and bring it into today, right? Into today times now, where people are online and there's a lot of shady crap going on, right? So what do you see? What does this episode expose to me? Well, is it a good episode? Absolutely. Very good episode. There's a new trend in school. All the kids want their cred, energy, sportsy drink. They're not even energy drinks. They're like Gatorade, but worse for you with all these fake sugars and all this crap. And it just makes kids crazy. Makes everybody crazy. Makes everybody nuts. And they see all this crap in the background and they have to have it. Because I've done that too. I've had videos. I've done it on this channel. I was going to say I have channels. I have this channel where I did the thing where I'm like, I'm going to unbox the whole thing of this new toy. And I have all the new toy. Look at me. I'm the coolest kid here because I'm way too old for this toy. But they still get you because you have that collector instinct, right? Because it goes back to our DNA. The hunter and the gatherer. We're collecting pieces and strands of our DNA to fuse together to find our proper connectors, right? So one of the things we found is that we get a positive, little happy when we all fit into each other's little things and groups, right? So Eric Cartman, he's the first one who got cred, and that's their energy drink or their sports drink or whatever. It's such a huge problem that it becomes this huge cult of, we have to have all the cred. And if you don't have the right cred, well, you're not going to be part of it. And you're not the right person. You're not the thing. And it really just kind of made me think of all of these little YouTube microcosm groups too, where the second you lose your little zealotry, that's your whole group out. That's your whole movement gone, your whole thing. The second one person says something or does something that doesn't fall in line, right? And, this episode. Yeah, I can't show you a whole lot of it. There's another plot. There's this main plot with Randy and OnlyFans, right? See, this is how it all interconnects and all overlaps, right? So you've got the kids going on trying to get their little sugar rush and get their high and get their new thing, right? Their new fad, which plays out throughout time and time again, whether it be the Pokemon, Pokemon fads, Pogs, Tickle Me Elmos, Furbies, Cabbage Patch Kids, Pet Rocks, just time and time again. It repeats and repeats and repeats, right? It's usually like a Pokemon game for the past decade or whatever the thing is, right? So now the big trendy thing that they're trying to kind of showcase here is this energy drink that appears in all of these influencers' videos, right? This thing that everybody's selling you, right? This very addictive consumable, whether it be, the bitter bean juice that nobody likes, but they're all pushing because what? I don't know. My theory is that we're all in liquidation mode. Somebody overproduced a whole bunch of this crap that's going to expire very soon. And rather than taking a loss, they're convincing a bunch of gullible people to shill it for them at liquidation prices, or probably not even liquidation prices, to be honest, to shill all of this crap that's sitting in warehouses from 2 years of what? Not even warehouses, sitting on the dock somewhere in shipping crates from wherever they're importing this stuff, right? Or stuff that nobody bought in 2020, right? The stuff that's been sitting in warehouses, all this stuff that people just stopped having the money for, stopped having this. How much of this crap is just rebranded? I saw there was a TV show I watched from the UK. I want to say David Cross was in it. They had a kind of a similar subplot with energy drinks where they're going around selling all these crappy energy drinks or something. Maybe that was his job. Anyways, a few years back, if you remember that, let me know. It was definitely energy drinks. But this is how they get you, is that they try and figure out what your YouTube channel is, what your demographic is. And for somebody like me, I am all over the place. I don't really cater to one political opinion because I think there's really no political opinions that are correct other than I need to take control right now of everything and everybody over every living soul and lie beside me, baby. That's an order. And I'm not very PC or I'm blunt. I say things without thinking and very reactionary and kind of childish sometimes too. Absolutely. I have the very addictive personality disorders and behavior traits that these predatory advertisers like to use. And there's a lot of predatory advertisers and there's a lot of not so predatory advertisers. Pick your poisons. I'm not saying all advertisers are terrible, but these sort of shady things, they get you into this, hey, you're going to get more clicks if you have this product. Like, look at this slime thing. Look at this thing that kids are playing with. Look at this thing that everybody's into, right? So this is what was so beautifully exposed in this episode, right? Randy and Sharon end up competing on OnlyFans because he desperately wants to be an OnlyFans creator. He wants extra money, blah, blah, blah. She does it just on a whim, and he makes all kinds of money because she's, a woman doing actual stuff and not just doing some weird thing where, hey, here's my dick. And that's what we get to see throughout this whole episode. Randy just full on display stuff. He starts off doing like, hey, and we're doing a cooking thing and blah, blah, blah. And here's my balls on the counter. And she yells at him for it, as he deserves, right? Because seriously, get your balls off the fucking counter. Right? Unless you're eating my ass on the counter right there. But it's still food. Food is being prepped there. You have kids. Oh, that's the whole point of this episode too, is that everybody are up in arms because the kid's school teacher at the very beginning of the episode ends up being on OnlyFans, and none of these kids know anything about it or care, and they have to explain really awkwardly to the parents, hey, you guys should raise your own kids. And they're like, no, that's your job as teachers. And these teachers are like, I can barely make ends meet, and I have to buy all these supplies. And yeah, so basically the teachers are signing up to raise these people's kids for them. Because now and the parents are getting less and less responsibility. And it's exposing that too, how there's literally no accountability from parents anymore as to what their kids see or do. Because God forbid we have any of that. It's so much easier to say you did and you didn't and you showed and you exposed, when who's the asshole who's putting the cell phone in these kids' hand, right? And that's one of the things that they do showcase too. Randy has just gone full, This is better than the Homer stuff we were getting in the 90s, The Simpsons, or the Peter stuff, the Family Guy. Like, Randy's been, South Park's really definitely focus more on the parents, because that's basically where we're at now in life. Trying to figure out what the hell to do. We have a vague understanding of what's going on. Some of us have no understanding of what's going on. If this episode, sorry I'm all over the place with this kind of recap or whatever. If this episode did anything to me, it exposed what's going on with YouTube, with clicks, with these microcosm things, and with my theory of, I think that they've got a lot of shady money being thrown at influencers to keep pushing these agendas, which they're pretty much confirming here. Push these little agendas to keep people addicted to whatever agenda they're selling, right? There's a part in this where he shows up, I'm an influencer, right? And there's a whole bunch of line of influencers where all these people are just bidding, 25, 50, whatever. So you got Hasbro, Mattel, China, Big Pharma, all of them. They're all trying to bid to whatever demographic and dollar that you're pushing your addicts to, right? You're basically trying to get these people addicted to your YouTube channel to get that hit in the vein as quick as possible. And I've found with adults, that is the anger and the outrage, because kids don't care about being angry, right? Kids want to fit in and be cool, and they're going to go for that stupid, I need to buy the thing to look cool, right? Does that apply to grown adult kids buying hot toys and shit like that? Because I certainly bought my fair share of stupid grown adult, toy purchases. I know, right? You see these patterns time and time again of, here's an addictive behavior. Here's why I'm doing it. Here's the void I'm trying to fill in my life. I am trying desperately to fill a void in my life. Does anyone want to fill that void in my life with me? I am at the Savior. Please, at finally soulmate savior coming in right about now, because I might have to go to jury duty and I'm not happy about it. Watch this episode, 10 out of 10, very good. If that's what Randy's offering between his legs, very acceptable. I suppose. It's not even dopamine, is it? It's worse than dopamine, because they're appealing to your drug addict senses, as well as your competition too. This showcased the Randy and Sharon competition aspect. Like, he's so jealous that she can do anything, because he's like, I don't know. Why is he jealous she can do anything? I guess. I don't get it. Just stupid, goofy shit. I mean, they kind of need to grow up a little too. What do you think? I am Mecca. Please watch this, or else.
She's not a Christian!
No, I am alien observer to your planet. How many times do I have to tell you? I will see you guys in 2 seconds after I stop clicking on the thing, I suppose.